Hello, everybody. This is Cassie with Northwoods Pilates, and today I'm bringing you a 9-minute at-home Pilates workout that you can do with a playground ball. And so to get started, we're going to be kind of reclining back on top of that ball. Inhale, you're going to open the chest and extend back over the ball, and then exhale, come up just to a straight line. You're getting that nice upper back extension. This should feel like a great stretch. Those hands can just support the head and neck as you open the spine, extending back. Exhale, coming back to that straight line. Let's try that 2 more times. That big inhale back, and then exhale to come back up. And last one there. Come all the way back up. We're going to take the ball out and transition it so that it's underneath one foot. So I've got it under my left foot with my right leg bent and my foot placed on the floor. You're going to bend and straighten that left leg, keeping your upper half of the body in that upper ab curl. So it should feel like a little bit of core work or stomach work here. 5 times, bringing that ball in and out, and then lift the opposite leg up to 45 degrees and repeat that same movement. You're holding in that curl that whole time. 5 times there. And then we're going to bring the head down and the arms down and go into your single leg circles. You're going to do 5 in one direction. That leg that's on the ball is trying to stay really still to support the body there, and then 5 in the other direction. And then go ahead, hug that knee back toward you. Take a little stretch there. And we'll get ready and switch to the other side. So here I'm going to show you a different version where you could start with the leg straight down on the floor as you bend and straighten through that right leg. Either variation is fine here, straight leg or a bent leg. And then reach that leg up away from you 45 degrees, little soft point of those toes as you bend and straighten through the right leg 5 times. If you start to lose your ball, you can always go grab it again. And then bring the head back down, arms back down beside you for those single leg circles. Reaching long through that leg. And then hug the leg in and take a stretch there. Next, we'll get ready for our 100. So you're going to hug that ball in between those feet. Take your legs up to tabletop. Curl up into that upper ab curl and start to pump those arms. If it's not comfortable for you to be in the upper ab curl, you can do the same movement with your head down on the floor. 5 breaths with those legs at tabletop. And then we're going to do the next 5 with those legs extended up toward the ceiling. Again, you can do any variation of the 100 that feels good for your body. If it hurts your low back at all to be there, you can always bring those legs back down to the floor and do this movement with the feet resting on the floor and the knees bent. That nice continual inhale and exhale on the 100, trying to get those arms up and over the abdominal wall. Finishing nice and strong without any tension in the neck, and then go ahead, bring your legs and head back down. You can rock a little side to side. And then take the ball out, make your way up to seated. We're going to get ready for some open leg rockers. So the ball is going to go back in between those ankles or feet. Hands back behind the legs, and you're going to stretch both legs up away from you and bend back in. So you're going to be balancing on your sits bones here. And then on that last one, leave the legs up there. Walk the hands up higher if you feel up to it. Otherwise, you can leave them right where they were as well. And you're going to go into that rolling or that open leg rocker. So that big inhale to roll back and exhale back up. Maintain that balance, kind of finding those 2 balance points, one on your shoulder and the other up on your sits bones. And then come down to your elbows. So you're going to be really lifting out of the shoulders here as we do can-can. So from one side to the other, you're going to bend the knees and straighten the legs up and away from you, about a 45 angle. And then you can continue can-can, or you could try a little bit of a hip circle, drawing a circle in one direction and then in the other. Really checking in with those shoulders here to make sure that you're not sinking, but you're pushing the arms down and lifting. 3 in each direction. Good. And then make your way back down, hug those legs in, take a little stretch. And then we're going to come up and turn over onto your stomachs. and do a little bit of our swan extension. So that ball's going to be out in front of you with your arms straight. Palms about shoulder distance apart. You're going to press down into the ball, lift up the head and chest, and extend the spine up, and then exhale to come back down. So you're getting that lifting up, but lengthening at the same time. You don't have to come up very high here. You're really just working on getting that opening of the chest, opening of that upper back. One more swan here, that inhale to lift up, and then exhale, holding for an extra breath and coming back down. And then let's get ready for a little bit of our single leg kick. So you're gonna be on your forearms, hugging into that ball, kicking one leg at a time toward your backside. The rest of your body's trying to stay fairly still here. So it should feel like a little bit of a stretch on the top of the leg as you bend that knee and kick toward your backside. Checking in with those shoulders, make sure they're not holding any tension. 2 more on each side. And then go ahead, push back and take a little child's pose. So really just rounding out the spine after doing that little bit of extension work. And then let's get ready for some side lying work. So you're going to be laying on one side with that ball back in between those feet. A straight line, so hopefully it's comfortable here to have your head rest on that arm. Your top arm can press down into the floor. Inhale, lift both legs up, and exhale to come back down. So you're just hugging into that ball 3 times. And then lift both legs, hold up there. You're going to do little pulses into that ball for a count of 8. After your 8, you can rest both legs for just a moment. Come back up and do another 8 pulses there. And then back down, one more set, pulsing into that ball. And back down. Turn to that other side, and we'll repeat that same series. So finding your starting position, you're going to lift both legs up and lower back down. 3 times here. And then we'll add in those pulses, that little count of 8. And then lowering those legs, and again that count of 8. And back down, and last set here. And then coming all the way back down. Go ahead, take that ball out. We're just going to do a little stretch. So you're going to turn to your back, cross one ankle over the other knee for a figure 4 stretch. And then we're going to twist that entire shape over to the side. Taking some nice deep breath there. And then come back up through the center. Switch the cross of the legs so the other ankle can cross over the other knee, twisting across here. And then making your way back up to the center. And we're going to get ready for our final exercise, which is a variation of seal. So that ball's going to go in between your feet. Hands can go through the legs and hold on back behind the ankles. And you're going to do 3 claps of those feet into the ball. And then roll your spine back and come back up. Drop the ball. And then grab the ball again, 3 little claps. If that is too intense to have those arms kind of through the middle of the legs and holding on to the ankles, you could always take those hands out wide on either side of the legs and hold on back behind the thighs. And that rolling of the spine. Good. Thank you so much for joining us. We look forward to seeing you again for another at-home workout very soon. Bye.